Hey guys, Dr. Josh Axe here with Ancient Medicine Today. So excited you're here with me. So today we're going to be talking about black mold symptoms and natural remedies to help cleanse your body of mold. And I'll tell you what, mold toxicity is a major issue for a lot of people, especially those that live in humid environments or have moved into older homes. And you may not realize there is black mold or mold in your air ducts. They can be in your basement. They can be growing almost anywhere within your home. And so I'm going to talk about how to really detox your body and what are some of the biggest symptoms that you might be struggling with a mold-related problem. Also, hey, help me spread this message. There are so many people, hundreds of thousands of people, that have mold-related symptoms that are causing major health issues in their body. So take a minute right now, punch that share button, click that like button. Help me spread the word on how to use natural remedies, essential oils, herbs, and foods as medicine. Let's dive right in and talk about where does black mold hide? Well, number one, in high cellulose content surfaces. So, these are certain things within a home, tend to be even sometimes drywall, in between drywall sheets or high cellulose content surfaces is where black mold can hide. And then air ducts is another big one. And then high moisture spots where there's a lot of moisture. This is why, people that live in Florida or in the South or even anywhere in the North, but they tend to have more of these issues with mold growing within the home. But again, if there's a lot of moisture in a home, they can also hide, as we talked about, in the HVAC or air conditioning systems. High moisture spots is an area you can look for black mold. And then also inside you, that's right, inside your body is a place where black mold or mold can hide and start to live and can cause major symptoms there as well. In fact, I had a mentor who I worked with, a doctor now, who actually came down with mold poisoning, and it gave him the symptoms of chronic fatigue syndrome, was tired all the time, and he thought, hey, maybe I've just been working too hard, but it went on year after year after year, and he realized, hey, mold was one of his issues, along with heavy metal toxicity from when he had his amalgam fillings removed. It was a combo with what he struggled with. But here's some of the symptoms that you might have, and if these symptoms are reoccurring month after month after month, it could be as the result of having mold in your body or being exposed to mold on a regular basis. Number one is headaches. If you have a headache that you can't seem to pinpoint it, it's not stress, it maybe isn't necessarily a migraine, but you just get headaches really frequently, sort of a headache that's just a dull pain around your entire head, that could be due to mold symptoms. Chronic fatigue syndrome, if you are chronically tired every day, that could be due to mold toxicity. Another big one is brain fog. I would say brain fog, if you have brain fog and fuzzy thinking and poor memory on a regular basis all the time, that can absolutely be a mold-related symptom. Also fever. If you tend to just get sick, infections, and tired, and your temperature is raised on a regular basis, that can be mold symptoms. Eye irritation is a big one. Sneezing, rashes, issues with mucous membranes. You sort of always have mucus or irritated throat lining, chronic coughing on a regular basis, and depression. And I mentioned a big one is brain fog. If you have any of those symptoms, that can be related to mold toxicity. And by the way, if you've ever known anybody or you yourself has struggled with mold issues, let me know that right now here on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. I would love to hear from you because there are hundreds of thousands of people struggling with mold toxicity on a daily basis and they don't know it. So we're going to jump into how to do a mold cleanse on your body and the top natural remedies to do so. But we are live right now. Help me spread this message. Take a minute right now, punch that share button, click that like button. Let's teach the world how to use these natural remedies to heal their body. Because here's what happens. A lot of times when people have mold toxicity, they go into their doctor, their medical doctor, and their doctor will say, after time, they'll say, okay, well, maybe your issue is, hey, here's a medication for this, here's a medication to treat this other symptom, hey, here's a medication for headaches, here's a medication for fatigue, and then they'll say it's all in your head. By the way, if you've ever had a doctor say that to you or say that to someone you love, hey, let me know that, because that happens all the time. Doctors say it's all in your head. It's not in your head. There's a reason why you're experiencing some chronic health issues. One of the #1 cleansers for cleansing mold from your body is bentonite clay. Now, bentonite clay, I believe, is typically found in Montana, and there are other forms of clay that are fantastic. There are clays in France that are also very effective and around the world, but clay in general, you can tell if you've ever used it, it's very sticky. Imagine that going through your body. It will bind and stick to toxins such as mold in your body, helping detoxify your system. So actually doing a cleanse where you're drinking a lot of water, doing bentonite clay, and then even doing extra fiber, let's say acacia fiber or a certain type of psyllium seed on a regular basis, that can actually help really cleanse your body. Now, bentonite clay, you wouldn't want to do that for over a month in terms of a cleanse because it'll really it can start to back you up and give you constipation if you do it too long. But overall, bentonite clay is a great natural cleanser of the body, especially when it comes to mold. Another one is raw garlic. So we have a combination here where raw garlic, bentonite clay can bind to things. Raw garlic will actually kill off bad yeasts and candida and bad types of funguses and molds that get within your body there as well. Raw garlic contains a compound called allicin, which actually is a potent natural antibacterial, antifungal, so it can help kill funguses in the body in the mold family there as well. Activated charcoal will actually work very similar to bentonite clay to where it binds the toxins. You know, when somebody comes down with alcohol poisoning, this is what the hospitals will give them. And historically, they give them charcoal because charcoal will bind to alcohol, bind to all toxins, and help get those out of the body as well. But similar to bentonite clay, even more so, charcoal you'd only want to do for short periods of time because they actually bind to minerals in your body over time and can cause constipation long term. So charcoal here and there, you know, once a week or for a month-long cleanse you can do, but you wouldn't want to do it long-term every day. Oregano, whether the oil of oregano is one of my favorite natural antifungals. You know, oregano is antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral, antiparasitic. It is one of the most powerful natural bug killers out there today. So doing oil of oregano, you could do this as part of a 1 week to a 1 month total cleanse. Again, this is actually a very strong herb or an oil, so you wouldn't want to do it over a too long period of time because it can actually start to irritate your mucous membranes in your stomach over time. If you're doing the oil, if you're just doing the leaf on a daily basis, let's say a teaspoon a day or a teaspoon 3 times a day, you'd be fine. But as an oil, doing it in small amounts is very, very powerful at actually killing off funguses within your body. Green juices. So now if you're going to do a cleanse, what I recommend is doing a cleanse where you do bone broth, veggie juice, and herbal teas. You might do an oregano tea, you might do a palo d'arco tea as well. But green juices, so this isn't carrot juice or beet juice or fruit juice. This is green juices. It's cucumber and celery, and then lots of greens. It's kale, it's spinach. Doing herbs like ginger and turmeric, lemons and limes, even wheatgrass juice, but doing really green, a very potent green juice with no sugar at all, very powerful at cleansing and alkalizing your body, really creating an environment that mold can't thrive in. So think about this when it comes to mold. Typically, it likes to grow in a warm, damp environment. Let's say, and again, Florida is a prime example, a basement or an area in the dark in Florida, very moist, very warm. That's where it likes to grow. There's also certain pHs it likes to grow, and it likes to grow on certain things. We mentioned cellulose earlier, or certain types of surfaces. Well, same thing in your body. Mold or funguses or yeast and candida for that matter like to grow in a damp environment. That's why in Chinese medicine they recommend doing things that dry up. Dampness is the key to getting rid of mold and candida in the body. So again, green juices can be beneficial. Sugar is one of the most damp causing foods out there and will feed fungus, mold, and candida. So getting all of that excess sugar out of the body. The good news about cinnamon is known as a warming herb in Chinese medicine, okay? So actually it can help the body in certain regards there as well, whereas candida and funguses like to grow in a very damp environment. Cinnamon is mildly drying, which is good. It's also warming, and also it helps balance out blood sugar levels. Now again, here is one of the keys to getting rid of mold, is doing a bone broth and herbal tea cleanse. I would drink 3 things, I would do this for a week. I would only consume bone broth, herbal tea, and green juices during the day, and then at night you could do a piece of organic meat, and vegetables sauteed in coconut oil, okay? So just for, all day, drink bone broth, herbal tea, green juices, and then at night do a meal. If you do that cleanse, I'm telling you, you will kill off mold very fast. You'll see radical changes in your health. And this is good as well for getting rid of candida very, very quickly, not just mold and fungal issues. Now, fix a moisture source, okay? So again, if you know that you have a lot, I would have somebody check your HVAC system or your house. If you believe that you might have mold toxicity, you can actually have mold inspectors come and test your entire home. I would do that. Also throw or get rid of any moldy items. In fact, in the Bible, it talks about if you have mold in your home and you can't get rid of it, burn it down, or specifically in your tent, burn it down, because they knew in the Bible and historically that mold was so damaging to your health and body. Tea tree oil is a great essential oil that has antifungal properties. Rubbing tea tree oils on different different areas of your body can be beneficial. In fact, my mom, who had a toenail fungus for years, she loves when I talk about that, but she did a mixture of oregano oil and tea tree oil on her toe, which killed off a fungus, which again is in that family of mold. Baking soda, being very, very alkaline and not as acidic, getting in more of that alkaline environment with baking soda and green juices can help get rid of mold out of your system. Vinegar, cleaning your home with vinegar and tea tree oil together, your showers or shower curtains or different things that may have mold build up is a good blend to do. Grapefruit seed extract is a good supplement to take. Hydrogen peroxide is beneficial because mold cannot live in this oxygenated environment. So hydrogen peroxide, another thing you can do, hydrogen peroxide, vinegar, tea tree oil, clean different areas of your home with that. Really, another tip here in getting rid of mold from your home is keeping humidity levels low. Really keeping, having drier air in your home is also beneficial there as well. So here's some tips that you can follow. Number one, cleansing your body. Bentonite clay is fantastic. Raw garlic, activated charcoal, oregano, green juices, sugar, cinnamon, doing a bone broth herbal tea cleanse. And by the way, if you've ever used any of these and saw results with it getting rid of mold in your body, maybe some of those symptoms like brain fog, any issues of candida, hey, let me know that right now on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. I'd love to hear the results you've seen with doing any of these different remedies here as well. Remember, cleanse your home with some of these natural remedies such as vinegar, tea tree oil, hydrogen peroxide. If you do this, you can get rid of mold for good. Well, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this live training. And hey, don't forget to subscribe here. Monday through Thursday, myself and Jordan Rubin are live every Monday through Thursday, 10:30 a.m. Central Time. And we're also doing pop-ins. We've done pop-ins this year from the Super Bowl and talking about some healthy Super Bowl snacks and items. We've done it from different areas of the country when we've gone to some of our favorite restaurants and trips to New York and Atlanta and Florida and California and Colorado. So if you want to check out our pop-ins, make sure you subscribe here on Facebook or YouTube here as well. And I want to say thanks for watching. This has been me, Dr. Axe, talking about how to get rid of black mold and the remedies to help you do that.